Port Charles has seen its share of disappearances, betrayals, and heart-stopping rescues, but nothing prepares the town for the chilling moment when Charlotte Cassadine vanishes without a trace. What begins as a tense family disagreement spirals into a citywide emergency that reopens old wounds, forges unexpected alliances, and pulls Lulu Spencer and Nathan West into a desperate race against time. Secrets long buried claw their way to the surface as enemies circle, and the line between hunter and hunted blurs. By the time the truth is revealed, nothing, and no one, will be the same. The morning begins deceptively calm. The Quartermain mansion hums with its usual chaos, the hospital corridors echo with clipped footsteps and whispered gossip, and the waterfront glistens beneath a pale winter sun. At the Spencer home, Lulu Spencer is mid-argument with Laura Collins over Charlotte's latest rebellious streak, missed classes, evasive answers, and an edge of anger that has sharpened in recent weeks. Charlotte insists she's fine. She rolls her eyes, grabs her backpack, and storms out, muttering something about needing air. Lulu, juggling work and worry, lets her go with a warning to be back by dinner. It's a decision that will haunt her for the rest of the day. Hours pass. Charlotte doesn't return. Her phone goes straight to voicemail. At first, Lulu tells herself it's nothing. Teenagers test boundaries, especially ones raised in a family as complicated as the Cassadines and Spencers. But when dusk settles over Port Charles and there's still no word, unease gives way to dread. Lulu starts calling Charlotte's friends. No one has seen her. No one heard from her. By nightfall, panic grips the Spencer household. Lulu makes the call she's been dreading. She reports Charlotte missing. The PCPD springs into action, but it's clear from the moment Nathan West hears the report that this case is different. Charlotte Cassadine isn't just any missing teen. She's a Cassadine. And in Port Charles, that name carries a legacy of obsession, power, and vengeance. Nathan, now back in town under complicated circumstances, brings both experience and history to the case. He knows Lulu. He knows the dangers that follow the Cassadine bloodline. And he knows that time is not their ally. When Nathan arrives at the Spencer home to take Lulu's statement, the tension is palpable. Grief, guilt, and fury flicker across Lulu's face as she recounts the day. Nathan listens carefully, asking precise questions, his instincts already screaming that this isn't a simple runaway situation. Charlotte wouldn't just disappear, Lulu insists. Not without telling me. Not like this. Nathan believes her. News spreads quickly in Port Charles. By morning, whispers ripple through Kelly's, the Metro Court, and the hospital. Speculation runs wild. Some assume Charlotte ran away, overwhelmed by family drama and the weight of her heritage. Others fear something far darker. Valentin Cassadine is blindsided by the news. Whatever his faults, Charlotte is his daughter, and the thought of her in danger ignites a ruthless determination. He demands answers, resources, and results, immediately. Anna Devane, torn between her professional obligations and her complicated history with Valentin and Nathan, inserts herself into the investigation. She warns Lulu that if this involves Cassadine enemies, they could be dealing with an international threat. Meanwhile, Laura Collins rallies the town. She calls in favors, pressures officials, and refuses to sit quietly while her granddaughter is missing. Her resolve fuels Lulu's own growing determination, not to wait helplessly, but to act. And that's when Lulu makes a choice that changes the course of the investigation. She asks Nathan to let her help. Nathan is hesitant. Officially, civilians don't belong in active investigations, especially emotionally invested ones. But Lulu isn't just any civilian. She's sharp, relentless, and deeply familiar with the underbelly of Port Charles. She's survived kidnappings, conspiracies, and betrayals. She knows how to follow a lead. More importantly, Nathan senses something else. Lulu notices details others miss. She understands Charlotte in a way no file ever could. Against protocol, and his better judgment, Nathan agrees to work with her unofficially. Their partnership crackles with urgency and unspoken history. They clash, challenge each other, and yet move in perfect sync. Lulu pushes boundaries. Nathan reins her in. Together, they retrace Charlotte's last known steps. They visit her school. A teacher mentions Charlotte seemed distracted, upset, arguing with someone on the phone. Security footage shows Charlotte leaving early, climbing into a car parked just out of clear view. The license plate is obscured. It's a start, but not enough. The breakthrough comes from an unexpected place. At the docks, a maintenance worker reports finding a bracelet snagged on a broken railing. Lulu recognizes it instantly. It's Charlotte's, a gift from Laura. The realization hits like a punch to the chest. Charlotte didn't just leave. Something happened here. Nathan calls it in, securing the area, but Lulu notices something else: footprints leading away from the dock toward a rarely used storage facility. The path suggests Charlotte was here under duress, or at least emotional distress. Inside the facility, they find signs of a struggle. A chair overturned. A scuff mark on the concrete. No blood, but enough chaos to confirm their worst fears. Charlotte was taken. As the investigation intensifies, old enemies resurface. Rumors swirl of a rogue Cassadine offshoot seeking leverage. Others whisper about a mercenary group tied to Valentin's past. Even Victor Cassadine's lingering shadow seems to loom over the case, his old alliances and vendettas suddenly relevant again. Valentin, convinced someone is targeting him through Charlotte, begins conducting his own parallel investigation, one far more ruthless than Nathan's. His actions threaten to compromise the official search, putting Lulu and Nathan at odds with him. Tensions explode when Valentin confronts Nathan, accusing him of incompetence. Lulu steps between them, fiercely defending Nathan and demanding unity. For a moment, grief unites them, but cracks quickly resurface. Behind the scenes, Anna uncovers something chilling: a coded message intercepted by the WSB referencing the heir and the exchange. It suggests Charlotte may have been taken not for revenge, but for negotiation. The clock is ticking. As days stretch on with no word, Lulu's guilt becomes unbearable. She replays the argument in her mind, the moment she let Charlotte walk out. The what ifs gnaw at her, threatening to break her resolve. Nathan sees it. He reminds her that blame won't bring Charlotte home, but action might. Together, they follow a trail of cryptic clues: burner phones, shell companies, offshore accounts. Each lead points to a coordinated operation, one that planned Charlotte's disappearance meticulously. Lulu begins to suspect Charlotte may have been communicating with someone secretly, someone who gained her trust. Nathan digs deeper into Charlotte's digital footprint and finds encrypted messages hidden inside innocuous apps. Charlotte wasn't just a victim. She may have been lured. The encrypted messages lead to a warehouse on the outskirts of town, abandoned, remote, and crawling with danger. Nathan insists on backup. Lulu insists on going now. They compromise, moving in quietly, with a small team positioned nearby. Inside the warehouse, tension coils tight. Every shadow feels alive. Then they hear it, a faint sound, a muffled cry. Lulu's heart stops. They follow the sound to a locked room, and what they find shakes them to the core. Charlotte was here. Recently. But she's gone again. In her place, a message scrawled on the wall: "Time is running out." The message confirms what Nathan has feared. This is a psychological game. The kidnappers want control, leverage, fear. And they're watching. Anna's intelligence finally cracks the case open. The kidnappers aren't Cassadines. They are opportunists exploiting the family's infamy. Their leader is a former intelligence contractor burned by Valentin years ago. Charlotte is a pawn, but not a powerless one. Evidence suggests Charlotte overheard something dangerous weeks earlier, something she wasn't supposed to know. Her disappearance isn't just leverage, it's damage control. The revelation reframes everything. Charlotte isn't just missing. She's in danger because she knows too much. With the truth exposed, Nathan and Lulu push harder than ever. They track the kidnappers to a remote property outside Port Charles, coordinating with Anna and the WSB. The final confrontation is explosive. Gunfire erupts. Alarms blare. Chaos reigns. Lulu breaks away from the group, guided by instinct and a mother's desperation. She finds Charlotte bound but alive, defiant even in captivity. The reunion is raw, tearful, and fierce. Lulu holds her daughter like she'll never let go again. Nathan arrives moments later, neutralizing the last threat. The kidnappers are arrested. The nightmare is over. Or so it seems. Charlotte's return sends shockwaves through Port Charles. Relief floods the town, but scars remain. Charlotte is changed, older somehow, more guarded. She confesses what she overheard, setting the stage for a new wave of intrigue and danger. Valentin vows to dismantle anyone who ever threatens his daughter again. Anna warns that secrets this big never stay buried. And Lulu? Lulu is transformed. Her partnership with Nathan forged something powerful: trust, respect, and a reminder of who she is at her core: a fighter. A mother. A woman who refuses to stand still while those she loves are in danger. As Charlotte begins her long road to healing, Lulu promises one thing above all else. No more walking away. No more silence. We face everything, together. With Charlotte safe but secrets exposed, Port Charles braces for fallout. Who else knows what Charlotte knows? Will the truth destroy alliances, or forge new ones? And what does this mean for Lulu and Nathan, whose bond now runs deeper than either expected? One thing is certain. Charlotte's disappearance has ignited a chain reaction that will reshape lives, loyalties, and the future of General Hospital. And the storm? It's only just beginning.